Hey guys, it's Christy with Zen 10 Lotus Tarot, and I just wanted to come to you really quick with this video. Wow. Okay, so this has been a really eye-opening day, and I can tell you that messages have been coming in like crazy, but there's some things that you're noticing, and I don't know who exactly this is for, but I had to share it with you because the momentum is just so exciting. And it reminds me of a video that I did probably on like January 29th, and I never uploaded it. And I didn't because I'm not sure where exactly this energy is coming from. I mean, I do, but I want to wait and see how things unfold before I decide whether or not I'm going to upload that video. And today, some of the same cards came out, and so it's just so amazing. So I'm going to do this video today in honor of that video that I never uploaded, and let you know the energy that is happening right now for you. This is going to be a collective read because I do believe that there's a little piece of this that everybody needs to hear, especially the underdogs out there. If you have ever been an underdog, start telling a new story because things are changing big time. First card to come out, High Priestess. This is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. It's a card of intuition. It's a card of knowing. It's a card of realizing. It's a card of opening your eyes to what's going on around you. It's recognizing that there are things hidden, but you have the capability of utilizing your intuition in order to bring those secrets, those happenings, those things done in the dark, those things done behind your back, those things done in secret, and bringing them to light, even if it's only for yourself. You know, that self-clarity in that knowing, in that perceiving, in that third eyesight. You're wide awake, you know, and this is a card of intuition, you know, and bringing that intuition to the forefront and no longer keeping it in the foreground, and redeeming whatever it is that you need to redeem at this time, and whatever it is that you need to reveal at this time in order to bring yourself clarity. Clarity, trust, guidance, understanding, knowing, and becoming awake. Okay? And so this has caused tower moments in your brain, like every day, you know? And since that time that I did that reading, which I say would be like approximately 3 weeks ago, and it's like it's almost like you can't even believe how asleep you were to some of the things that were happening around you. And it's not that you were asleep, it was like you weren't listening to your intuition. You just weren't. And you may have thought about it, you may have contemplated it, you may have threw the idea around in your own brain. You may have even shared it with one person that you maybe trust with everything that you got, but you just never realized how right you were about things. And you always have. I'm not going to say that. You've known that you're this person since you're born, you know? There were things that you just always knew. There were things you just always felt. There were things you just always sensed. There were things that you predicted. There were things that you, and here's the thing, there's a difference between self-fulfilled prophecies by thinking negatively, and there's another thing about an inner knowing. And that's the difference between High Priestess, you know? High Priestess knows. It's her intuition, it's her spirit guides, it's her inner voice of reason and understanding, and knowing things that some people don't know, and you don't know why. You don't even know what reason you were ever given this gift of insight, a gift of knowing things that were happening around you. It's like feeling other people's feelings, feeling other people's thoughts, feeling other people's energy, you know, you've had this at a very young age. And not a lot of people understand that. And even you didn't understand it for a very long time in your life. You just went with it, you know? You kind of kept it to yourself. It's something you didn't really share with anyone, not even your closest people, but you just always knew it within yourself. And that's creating a lot of tower moments now that you have really awakened that part of you that's always been present your entire life within you. You may have noticed that in your past, you were able to help a lot of people from your insight. You were able to utilize your intuition in ways that that brought forth justice in some way for somebody else or others, or even yourself. And it was that inner knowing, it was that inner voice, that inner insight, that intuition that you utilized to guide you on a path of serving justice, whatever that justice needed to be, you know. Maybe you could sense when people around you were sick and you encouraged them to go get checked out. Maybe you sensed that there were people that were not good and you steered clear of that energy, and there was good reason for it. You know, it's just, you've always had that inner knowing, that inner intuition. And lately, this has been really causing some tower moments for you and those around you who now are starting to realize that there are some things that you know that that you can't explain, and neither can they. And that creates uncomfortability, right? Creates uncomfortability and a little nervousness in some people who may have done you wrong in the past, right? Because it's like, what a better way to let people understand that there are things that you know that they never even have to tell you, you know? And it's like, that's bringing forth a lot of judgment, you know? Judgment not on your part, not, you don't judge people. You love people from your heart space. You give them the ability to do what they're going to do, free will, and you pull back your energy when you feel like people, especially those people that you care the most about, may possibly hurt you, because you know in that inner knowing that anybody that hurts you will be judged, you know, and not by you, you know, it's by things will come to light, things will be reconciled in the universe with God, his plan. You are protected. And so when you feel like you have to pull back your energy, you do it for good reason. And it's usually to protect those people who are trying to hurt you in some way. So this is so crazy. The next card that came out was the World card, which means that you are closing cycles in your life with those people who have created some form of judgment for them. You're recognizing that some of these people will never change. Some of their actions will never change. Some of their behaviors will never change. Some of their feelings for you will never change. Some of their loyalty for you is never going to change. Some of their deception, some of their lies, some of their trickery, some of their manipulation, some of their underhandedness, some of their practices are never going to change. And again, we can't change anybody, but what we can do is change our own life. We can decide who we allow into our energy. We get to decide what kind of behaviors, actions, things go on in our environment, in our space, in our life. You know, we have the ability to create boundaries against things that are unjust for us. And if that means that we have to go over everything with a fine-tooth comb until we know all the answers to everything that we're feeling, we will do that. If we have to put up barriers to anybody that has harmed us in the past, we will do that. If we have to, and you have to understand that you have recognized these things in yourself and recognize those things in others and recognize how they're facing judgment, right? How what you know is causing people around you to face judgment. And so you have decided to do what you have to do in order to protect people from hurting you. And because we let go and let God, you know, these may be some people that we've prayed for in the past, their protection, some things that we've done in order to keep them safe. And the thing is that there comes a point in time where God steps in a divine manner and shows us exactly what we need to see, exactly what we need to hear, exactly what we need to recognize, is that everybody has free will. And if their free will is to hurt, harm, destroy, kill, cause, form weapons against you, then they will face their judgment, whether I want it to happen or not, whether I pray for that person or not, whether I try to protect that person or I can't. It's God's will, you know, and everyone individually has free will on how they move in life, what they do to people, how they manipulate, how they use, how they kill, to steal or destroy from people. You know, whatever it is, that's their doing, that's their judgment that they have to face. That nothing protects them but themselves. You know, finding God, finding the right path, finding the right outlet, asking for forgiveness and redemption, asking for help, putting it in God's hands to change their behavior, to detach any demons that may be attached to them, any kind of temptations that may be attached to them, any kind of addictions they may be facing in that process, in order to let all that go so that they can become the person that they're meant to be through God. And this is, you know, this is causing a wheel of fortune to move in your favor, because you're no longer blinded. You're no longer, you've put down the burden of trying to, carry the weight of others on your shoulders when it's not yours to carry. It's not yours to carry, you know, it's everybody's own individual weight that they need to carry on their own. They need to figure things out. They need to change. They need to grow. They need to heal. You know, whatever it is, it's not your burden to carry. And in that letting go process of carrying burdens that aren't yours, it has opened up your eyes to things that are happening around you that need tweaked. You know, things you do have control over, things that you do, you can change, things that you can move forward from, things that you can let go of, things that you can redeem yourself from, you know, things you can release yourself from, things that you can heal from independently from anyone else. Those are the only burdens we should ever have to carry, is our own healing, our own growing, our own learning, our own evolving, our own awakening to what is happening around us. And you know, it's causing the wheel of fortune in your favor to go for justice, you know, justice being served in your favor in all aspects of your life, whether that's financial, whether that's relationships, whether that's business practices, whether that's whatever it is in your life that has been injustice in the past. And again, here I am making up words. Don't even know if injustice is a word. But whatever injustice was happening in the past for you, everything is coming upright. And Spirit is doing what they need to do to bring forth justice in your favor in all aspects of your life. You know, if things were pulled out from under you maliciously, that's going to be revealed. If things were done behind your back, that there are investigators on this case. There are people knowing things are being illuminated around you, and you will be redeemed. Justice will be served on your behalf, whether that's karmic, whether that's financial, whether that's spiritual, whether that's whatever it is. It's all working out in your favor. Why? Because you're the Empress. You're standing in your Empress energy. That's all four queens combined into one. That means that you have love, you have care, you have affection, attention, and energy to give. You want to give. You have discernment with your sword, and you utilize that sword in whatever way you see fit in order to bring justice to yourself. And that means that you cut things out of your life that no longer serve you. You use your sword of truth to be truthful in all aspects of everything that occurs. You have your wand of passion and purpose and growth and evolution and magnetism and going after what it is that you know that you want and deserve and are required to receive, because it's your birthright, you know? And that's that Queen of Wands energy, you know, in a high vibration. And you also have, you know, you're the Queen of Pentacles. You desire stability. You desire business practices to be ethical and fair and moral and just. And you embody that in anything that you do. And so therefore, you will have that Queen of Pentacles stability and that practicality of her and that CEO boss lady vibe to her, or boss man vibe, you know, because you're an ethical, moral, and just person. And so you're embodying all four of those queens in one. And it's like you got your Queen of Cups as well, who just exude love, you know? And that's all that the Queen of Cups ever wants in return, you know? She's a multitasker. She's a go-getter. She knows what she wants. She knows what she don't want. She knows her worth. And you're all of those queens in one, you know, or all the kings in one, however you want to look at it. Emperor, Empress energy, interchangeable. Divine feminine, divine masculine, same thing. So, so yeah, those are the first cards that were thrown out today for my collective. And I'm here like, oh, this is amazing, amazing energy. There are 6 out of 7 cards that were thrown down are major arcana, which means major shift, major change, major momentum forward, major growth, major evolution, major transformation in your life at this time. These are things that I think and feel in my bones that you have kept on the back burner. Why? Because you are that Empress. You try to multitask your life in the best way possible, and you try to make sure that every box is meticulously ticked in your favor. But you are so busy and so focused on certain things and aspects of your life that there's things that you've missed over time, but no more. You're using your intuition in the way that you've always been meant to utilize it, and God is recognizing that. And so now he's like, okay, it's time for me to reveal, so my divine being, my divine child can be redeemed, right? Utilize your intuition. Go within. There's a reason you are super on guard. There is a reason that you are investigating things. There is a reason that you have to meticulously go through things before you completely trust. That's how you got to be this divine being in the first place, because you've been trampled on so much in the past that you're now becoming aware when it's happening, or before it even occurs. You're going to cut it out of your life. And so I just want to commend you on whatever it is that you're dealing with at this time, because this energy, holy moly, you are changing the trajectory of your life on purpose. This is an on purpose, strategized, well thought out action plan that you are unfolding at this time in whatever way you see fit to bring justice to your life. You know, here's the thing. Here's what people don't understand is that God has a path for us. God has a purpose for us. God has a wish for us. God has he's the one driving the bus. Sometimes we think we are. Sometimes we can think that the devil is driving that bus, right? And we're like, oh, it's out of control. You know, I feel like I don't have any control over which way is right or wrong, or which way I can go next, or what I can do to move forward, or whatever. God is always on that wheel. It's nobody else. It doesn't even matter if it seems like the wheel is getting ready to drive off of a cliff of crap, you know, a cliff of stuff we don't want, a cliff of unknowing, a cliff of nervousness, a cliff of anxiety, a cliff of depression, a cliff of dark places, you know. Even when we're over that cliff, in that place, he's still driving the bus. He's still it's for our growth, it's for our knowledge, it's for our evolution, it's for our best interest, it's for us to open our eyes to what is happening around us and how we need to heal and change and grow from our little detours, our little struggle, our mountain that we have to climb, whatever it is. It's all in his will, always. It's never wrong, you know? And this energy just shows that this is now a time of you being detoured on purpose, divinely guided, in order to open your eyes to all of those things that have been on the back burner for you, all those things that you haven't taken care of, all those things that you haven't utilized your discernment properly with, all of those boundaries that you never created, all of those protections that you are putting in place for a reason. It's all to open your eyes and give you time and space and energy in order to do that. So how are you utilizing this detour for you? How are you utilizing this drive, this little this roadmap? How are you utilizing where God has you right now? How are you utilizing it? Are you learning from it? Are you making changes? Are you learning to heal things that still need healed within yourself? Because we're always a work in progress. And you know, and when God sees that we're not learning our lessons, right? When we're not learning our lessons, that's what the world card talks about, is completion. When we're not completing a karmic lesson or cycle or old pattern of behavior that doesn't serve us, when we're not learning our lessons, God will divinely make sure we do in whatever fashion he sees necessary in order for us to learn our lessons. And with that judgment card, that's what's happening at this time. People are being judged. People are being stopped in their tracks. People are being awakened to his presence. Because if you don't realize it on your own, he's going to make you realize it. He's going to put a stop to whatever is creating blockages, barriers, temptations, trickery, manipulation, anything that's put in your way in order for you not to be able to see him. You know? This is amazing energy. I'm so pumped up. I can't even believe it. Okay, so I don't even know what to do next. But you're moving to calmer waters. This is the thing. You know, all of this energy, all of this change, all of this transformation that is happening for you right now that seems so chaotic and seems so life-altering and seems so like, what next? Oh my gosh, what next? You know, all these things are crumbling. But it's so that they're not on faulty foundation anymore. That's the tower, you know? The tower is like, we have to bring down everything that's shit, everything that's built crappy, everything that's built on lies and falseness and manipulation and trickery and lying, cheating, stealing, and weapons formed against you. And we're going to crumble it down so that everybody around sees that we're going to build you a castle brick by brick of stability. And that's going to create a lot of in your life. It's going to be chaotic. People are going to be jumping out of windows because they just don't know what to do, because everything's falling apart. Every plan that you may have had for yourself, every plan that you may have had that doesn't guide you on the right path is going to be blocked and destructed in some way, so that the clear path, the right path, the good path, the path of abundance, the path of health, the path of wealth, the path of dreams coming true, the path of goals being met, the path of you being your best version of yourself on your right path, that has been, those steps have been ordered by the Lord so that you can get on that path. We're going to destruct everything, because you wouldn't do it on your own. So now we're going to do it for you. And it's just, you may have over the last 3 weeks been going through that process of things falling apart around you. And you're just like, what in my life is going on, you know? And it's like, but now you're going to calmer waters. You're now on that kayak of freedom, that kayak of growth, that kayak of sunshine and stability, and knowing your worth, and gauging and opening that third eye of yours to become awake, and knowing that your faith is way bigger than your fears. Your momentum forward, nobody can stop it. Nothing can. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what you face. You're going to calm waters, and there's nobody that can stop you. There's nothing that can stop you, because it's God's plan for you to be on that kayak, enjoying your life the way that you deserve to be. And you're putting in the work, you know, you're putting in the work in healing. You're putting in the work in trying to change things about you that you just, had to change. And it's things that have nothing to do with anyone else. It's only with you. It's a you versus you discussion. It's like when we get into a space where we recognize those things within ourselves that have to change, that's where growth occurs. That's where evolution begins. That's where you begin to grow out of the mud and out of the waters and out of the depths, right? And it's like, that's how the lotus, that's how the lotus grows every day. And that kind of growth happens on a daily basis for us. I mean, I just talked about the other day how, just doing one little thing can change how we see everything. And it's like, so recognizing those things within ourselves that need healed and changed and tweaked and worked upon, that's the first step to transformation of any kind. And it's like you're putting in the work. And maybe there's some people that don't understand that that's what you're doing, that is all that you're doing, is trying to better yourself. Not better them, not better a situation. It's bettering you, because you can't change anything around you unless you change first, like maybe you're on a weight loss journey, and maybe that's something you've been working on for 10 years, and people look at you who haven't seen you in a while and said, ooh, you're too skinny. Or what's wrong? Are you on drugs? You don't look good, or maybe you need to go get checked out. And here's the thing, some people just are on a weight loss journey that they've been overweight their entire life, and now they're finally getting the hang of some of those things within them that needed healed, because they used food as a drug, and when they were low, that's what they did, was eat, and when they were sad, that's what they did, was eat, and when they were anxious, that's what they did, was eat. And so some people are just trying to heal some things within them, and we ought to let them do that in whatever way they do it, without judging them, without judging them for who they are, what they're doing, or why. And I mean, that's just a random example. There's a whole lot of things within us that could be changing. Those boundaries that we've been putting up, like when we feel a certain way, maybe we're super prone to being mean with our words, okay? Mean with our words. And we don't want to be that person anymore because we've watched and noticed and seen how that can hurt people. That can hurt ourselves. That can hurt a lot of things in our life. Maybe it's ruined relationships because of our words. And it's sometimes, most of the times, words we don't even mean. They're just out of anger at the time. And so we have placed boundaries when we're feeling that kind of anger or upset or frustration, and we don't talk to a lot of people during that time because we're trying to practice forgiveness and practice getting to a space where we're not in the angry stage, that we're moving through that grieving process of change of any kind into a more stable, grounded version of ourselves to share with others, right? So we don't ruin relationships anymore. So we're not that toxic idiot anymore who just says whatever in the hell comes out of their mouth in a moment of anger, you know? And it's like, those are some devils within us that still exist, and we're trying to work through them. So whatever anybody's doing to heal themselves, I think is beautiful during this time. And whatever you're doing on your own path of healing, keep going, because you know it's going to upset a few apple carts along the way of your transformation. But here's the thing: anybody who loves you is going to love the fact that you want to change, you know, and they're going to recognize that change is not, it's to better relationships, it's to heal relationships, it's to make things more focused in your life, it's to create the person that you've always wanted to be deep down. It's a creation of staying on your path, however you feel like your path should go, you know, or however you feel like you're being divinely guided on that path of purpose and passion, you know. And it's like, it's not to spite other people, it's to heal any kind of relationship that you have with people when it's time. You know, everything that's divine is divinely timed, right? And in my own transformation, in your own transformation, it's divine timing at play. It's like you learn those lessons when you need to learn them. You will grow from those lessons when you need to grow. And God will put those things in place for you in order to do it. And so are healing relationships with others. It's divinely timed. It's when you're ready. It's when you've healed. It's when you've forgiven. It's when you no longer resent. It's when you no longer have any words that you feel in the back of your throat that want to come out and hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so if people need time because of that, then guess what? You have to give them time, you know, and they have to give you time in order to be able to heal, you know. But you're working hard at that. You really are. And if nobody's told you, I commend you. I validate you. I give you praise in that aspect. I encourage you to pray. I encourage you to meditate. I encourage you to get to know yourself better in order to do that. You know, it takes a lot for a person to step back and to look in the mirror and to know what's wrong with them, you know, to recognize what's wrong with them. It's a lifelong journey. I gotta be honest, and it's a work in progress every day, because just when you think you're healed, you ain't. Or just when you think things are, you know, at a space of, okay, I've gotten through that. No, you haven't. Let's go back and, you know, revise and see what we can do a little differently to make it even better, you know? And so, but anybody that can look in the mirror and know their flaws, know the things that are imperfect about them that could use tweaking, know the things about them that need healed, know the things about them that need to let go of resentment and anger and frustration and revenge mentality, then that's amazing that you can look in the mirror and do that with yourself. It's a you versus you process only. It's very easy for us to look at others and say, this is what needs to change for them. This. You don't know their trauma. You don't know their suffering. You don't know their issues. You don't know how they've lived. You don't know what they've learned. And here's the thing. It's a lifelong journey for all of us. So we can only change ourselves. Only change ourselves. But when you have the courage and the bravery to look in that mirror and try and do that for yourself, if nobody's told you, you're amazing. Keep going. Keep doing that, Yes. And you're going to be getting a lot of communication in your direction, and maybe you're seeking out mentorship. Maybe you're seeking out the help of wiser people than you, because you know what? I don't know who said this, but I've heard it a bazillion times. Like, if you're the smartest, most evolved person in the room, you need to find a new room full of more evolved people. You need to learn from people who know more than you do about a subject. And so you're going to be getting a lot of communication, a lot of mentorship, a lot of collaboration with people of like-mindedness, people who see your journey and commend you for it and say, wow, I'm going to give you some recognition on that, because you have done a lot of growth and you've been through a lot in order to make that happen, And so you're going to start to learn from these people that you seek out who are more knowledgeable than you in subjects that you're not knowledgeable on. And it's like you're going within as well to say, I don't know anything compared to what some people know. You know what I mean? And I want to learn. I want to grow. I want to change. I want to be the best version of me that I can be. So I want to learn it all. I want to find the best people that have the best knowledge to teach me. And you're passionate about this. You're passionate about your transformation. You're going after it with all you got. You know that you have to keep your vibration high. And that, because if your vibration is high and your momentum is in a frequency to attract good things, if it's in a low vibration, you're only going to attract low vibrational beings and things that you can't learn from, and this is going to cause a victory for you. We just talked about victories the other day, small victories, large victories, victories of change in your life, no longer allowing injustices to occur right in front of your face, and not doing anything about it. You're going after what is yours, and that's your dignity, that's your integrity, that's your worth, that's your desires, that's your goals, that's your dreams. And you're going to celebrate. You're going to celebrate with those closest to you, the people that mean the most to you. You're going to share this feeling of stability and home and gathering and friendship and just knowing that this is going to create stability in your life. You healing yourself creates stability within yourself. So, it doesn't matter where, excuse me, it doesn't matter where or who or what. You create that sense of home within yourself, that sense of being stable, that sense of feeling safe, that sense of feeling justice all around you, in your four walls. It's wherever you are, because you're the one who's going within to figure out what it is that needs to change in order to make sure that you are safe and receive the justice that you deserve. You're no longer being impulsive and allowing things to occur around you that are impulsive and you're not in your best interest, It's just you're cutting that out of your life. You're running in the other direction from anything that was unjust to begin with, and you're bringing it to light. You're doing what you need to do. And this has caused you to put up a lot of walls, and Spirit is encouraging you to rest and to hydrate and to keep yourself well nourished during this time as well, because you're going through a spiritual awakening that causes you to be on guard. And so what you have to do at that time is to make sure that all of those things that you need are in place. Your stability, your comfort, your nourishment, your hydration, your routine. What is your daily routine? You know, are you getting your daily exercise or some sort of something that raises those mood boosting chemicals within our body? Are you just taking care of yourself, because this is mentally stressful for you. This has been mentally stressful for you. And we don't want to create blocks. We want to open our heart space. We want to be our best loving self. We want to be our giving, caring, loving soul space person that we are, our best version of ourselves. So just take care of yourself in that process, to not be mentally drained, to not put up walls that don't belong, anymore. Yeah, you're no longer in your headspace about things. You're getting clarity. You're getting knowledge. You're getting to realize some of those things that were being done in the dark, and you're no longer stuck. You're no longer stuck, because it's just you're realizing that not everything that glitters is gold. There are things in these cups, lots of things being offered, but you know which cups are good and which cups are bad. You know which cups are empty and which ones are full, and you're being very discerning on which cup you choose, because there are a lot of opportunities for collaboration and things like that. But you're protecting yourself at this time to make sure that you choose the right cup, not just the glittery gold cup, and yeah. You have the strength, the strength that it takes to, and the patience that it takes to do anything that you want, to change anything that you want, to allow your transformation to occur without any interruptions, without any distractions, without any temptations, without any crumbling down of things, because any crumbling down of things is to build a more stable foundation, right? So let's get you some power thought cards, some positive thoughts. What can you need to know today? I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. Divine wisdom guides me. Each problem has a solution. Each problem has a solution. I love that. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. I turn every experience into an opportunity. How are you perceiving this this whole ball of change that's happening in your life right now? I mean, 6 out of 7 major arcana, that's major life change is happening for you right now, and there's a list of them. I think it's like the 10 or 20 most stressful. If you look on the NAMI website for the National Organization Against the Mental Illness, if you look at the 20 most stressful situations that anyone can go through, it seems like you may be going through a few of those on that list at this time. And so whatever it is, it was divinely guided to happen for your best interest, for your best involvement in the transformation of what needs to change within your life. And I'm just so happy that you're finally getting the justice that you deserve in that manner. I release all criticism. I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. So that's perfect. Like, what is it within you that needs to change in order for you to be able to exude your best self to others, so that they give you their best self, and maybe you'll look at yourself sometimes and say, gosh, I feel like I do that now. So why am I not getting the things that I feel like I need and deserve and want? And Spirit is saying, go within, You got to figure out what it is that still is unhealed within you that keeps allowing things that you don't want to be in your energy. You know, things that somehow you're attracting them. So you have to figure out why you're attracting them and shift, you know, shift to a place where you are putting up better boundaries. You're putting up better safeguards. You're checking everything you need to check to make sure things are in order so that you're not vulnerable to manipulation and stealing and all that stuff, you know, whether it's for your finances, whether it's for your business practices, whether it's for whatever. You just need to be safer, you know, and do whatever you need to do in order to do that. Investigate it. Hire people to help you, you know, hire your own investigators. Whatever it is, you know, you put in the safeguards that you need in order to make sure that that doesn't happen anymore to you, because you know that you don't deserve that. But people are facing judgment at this time for that occurring for you. So just know how protected you are, and keep praying and meditating and being grateful that you do have that sense of intuition. You do have that knowing that you can't explain to anybody, and you do have the ability to change your life every step of the way, no matter what it is that you're dealing with. So I just wanted to bring you this very long, apparently 45-minute message that I thought was going to be very short, but I'm so excited about the change that's occurring for you right now. Get excited about it. Get pumped up in knowing that like your best life is on its way, and it's happening, you know, and you're protected, which is so cool. So I love you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon.